Welcome back to Garth's Graveyard Garage. Quick video. Hopefully we're gonna see if we can get my late wife's little Beetle back on the road, because it's been sitting a little while. Parked it because of oil leaks, and now with today's gas it's probably got some bad gas in it, and yeah, so let's see if we can get this thing back on the road. What's going on, everybody? Sorry it's been a little while. Been doing a lot of work and life stuff, mainly work, but got a little downtime today. My only day off, kinda, but really want to get Riley's mom's car back on the road. Been sitting here neglecting it. It's got mold growing on it now and hasn't started in a while. I've just noticed I had apparently at some point stolen the battery out of it. But what we had going on is these don't have a front seal. They have, well, I guess what they call it is a slinger on these Volkswagens. But this one has always leaked oil. And I don't know if it's the slinger or what's going on. But what we're gonna do is change out this pulley, and we're going to put what they call a sand seal in it, which is kind of like a front seal, and see if that fixes that. But first thing we need to do is see if we can get this thing to start, because it's been sitting a little while. And yeah, got dual carbs, alternator. It's got some upgrades on it. I started hooking up the heater. I didn't finish, so at some point we need to get that done. But let's get a battery in this thing and see if we can get it to start. We'll see. The only battery I got laying around right now accessible is this big old marine battery. I don't even know if it'll fit down in there. Maybe. Kind of fits. Oh, guess it would help if I put the right terminals in. Let's try this again. Hopefully we didn't just pop a bunch of fuses. Oh, definitely need to put a new ground cable. I think I actually have one. Yeah, I do. I can use one of the ones I bought for the bus. Okay, let's see if this thing starts. It's probably been sitting maybe about a year. I don't know. Let's see. I don't even know if it has fuel in it. Be better if it doesn't. Might have to grab some ether. Oh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, girl. Look at that. waking up. The little one helped me rebuild this engine, or build this engine. This car, when we got it from my my late wife, didn't have an engine in it, and unfortunately she passed before she got to enjoy the car. But she did decorate it, put her seat covers and stuff in it. But when we moved here about 4 years ago, so yeah, it's been about 4 years, and the little one helped me build the engine that's in this thing. Okay, now that she's running-ish, let me get it over to the garage so we can see what we need to do. Alright, now that she's out of the weeds over there, you can get a better look at it. The seats are still crusty. I just left them alone. This is the way Tiff left the seat covers. The only thing I did was I put all new carpet. I put a new carpet kit in there. I tried throwing those old Beetle mats away when I got the car, and she pulled them out of the trash and put them back in here. Headliners, definitely need to pressure wash this. Nasty. Now before the little one turns 16 or is able to drive, this will be one of her cars. Plan on completely repainting it and probably going close to the same color, but more of like a Tiffany blue. So all right, let's see what we need to do under the bonnet. But I need to go see if I can find all the parts I ordered for this thing, because they're in one of my vehicles. Found the parts, and I know a lot of VW guys hate MP, but it was cheap, and I like it because it has the timing marks on it. So we got that, and I've never done this before. I've usually just built Volkswagens normal. So this is something new for me. So if I screw up somewhere, my apologies. We're learning together. But I was told and read that you put this seal in with new pulley, and I guess it brings the pulley out a little bit, so you need these spacers that are for your alternator or generator. We have an alternator because we have an amp and subs in this car. Makes a lot of boom in this little car. So first thing we need to do, I guess, is get this belt off of here. Found it. Oh, found it. Now, if you've never done one of these before, you're going to have shims and spacers, so make sure when you take it off, you keep them in the same position for when you put it back on. Let's probably leave those on there. All right, there's the belt, which is still okay. Now, normally you have to have a special puller to pull these pulleys off. I don't have one anymore, and it's kind of hard to do it when the engine is in the car. Now, I've had this one off once already, so I'm hoping it's not that difficult. That's probably too small. Oh, it fits. We shall see. This one's all banged up and warped anyway, so we might have to manhandle it a little bit. Pry bar. Let's see if it's gonna fight us or not. Oh. Oh, yeah, it's been on there too long now. So, I need to invest in another puller. I haven't been a Volkswagen rebuilder in a while, and it's probably still here. I just don't know where it's at. Maybe a bigger pry bar. I can't even get a claw in there. And I really do not want to pull this engine out again. Okay. Let me try some tricks, and if I find the one that works, I'll tune back in and I'll let you know what it was. It's starting to move, so I figured I'd tune back in now. There we go. And this is what I was talking about, the slinger. There's grooves, and this is what throws the oil back in the engine. Okay. I assume that just presses in there. Well, it's very loose. Huh. Unless let me do some research and figure out how you're supposed to do this, because I thought it just slid in the front right here. But this is almost looking like you've got to bore out the front of the block right here to make that fit, which we are not doing. if it's got to do all that, then I'm just going to pull this engine out, and the one that came off the Volkswagen thing that's on the sandrail right now that is just sitting, I'll just throw that engine in here, because that one does not leak oil and it runs just as good. You just move these dual carbs over to that other one. Well, I don't remember putting a fuel pressure regulator on here. Huh. I probably did. Oil's right on the mark. Okay, let me do some research. I'm just babbling right now. I'm trying to not face the inevitable. We'll be back. Well, yeah. Opened up the pulley, and this is not the right pulley because this one has the slingers on the back, which you don't want on a sand seal. It's supposed to be a smooth shaft. This sand seal, just looked up, found a video instruction on it. It's supposed to tap into the block. Problem is this one's very loose in there. So I don't know anything about this block. I bought this block from a buddy of mine. I don't know if it's been machined at some point. Have no idea, which might explain why there's occasionally oil coming out of the back. So I guess in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and stick this pulley on there and see if it helps. If not, then I'm gonna have to figure out something else to do. Yeah, I don't know. But let's see if we can get this new pulley on there and back together, and then we'll see if it leaks oil. We find out pretty quick. We can just let it sit here and run, because that's what it normally does. You let it run for a little bit, and then it'll start dripping a little bit out of the front of the engine. So yeah, not what I wanted to be doing. I wanted to do it the other way, but okay. Let me get this all set up, and then we'll see if we can get this other pulley on. I don't know where my lithium grease went, so we'll just use a little bit of bearing grease. That's gonna be fun, seeing if we can get this thing on here. I mean, not that it's hard to pull a Volkswagen engine. Well, this one's a little harder because it has the dual carbs on it. But typically, yeah, by myself, I can usually have one out and on the bench in like 30 minutes. But when you've got the dual carbs in here, it puts a damper on things. Yeah. Maybe. Well, this would help if it went on straight. There we go. If this apron wasn't here, if this was a Baja Bug, it'd be a lot easier. Okay, that was pretty easy. what is it, 30 pounds? More than 30 pounds? I can't remember. Definitely need to degrease this engine while I'm at it too. Can't even tell it's pretty and painted. Let me look up the specs because I don't remember the torque settings. I think it's 30 or more. Yeah, let me look that up and find my torque wrench and get this torque down to spec. Well, I found one 30 mil socket in my toolbox that I normally use for this, but normally the engine is outside of the car. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a torque wrench in here. Let's find out. Oh, wow, okay. Let's see, you need to put a block on the engine so it won't spin. Okay. By the way, the specs were 32, so I was right-ish, a little over 30. All right. I hope that fixes it. That'd be great. And then I can save that sand seal for either the little Volkswagen truck I want to build or maybe the Baja I want to build. Those are still there. I'll clean that after it's done. Does that still line up? Looks like it. What times are we going to drop that lock washer today? Okay. Oh. This pulley smaller diameter? It is. Uh-huh. Well, that means we need to, I guess, remove some shims. That's what happens when you mix your German parts with parts from China. How many shims are under this thing? Try taking them all out. Let's see where that puts us. Maybe.
Case and the crank were already installed, and that was it. I probably should have checked it better, because I can see the crank slightly moving around a little bit more than it should, and I don't know if I can catch it on camera, but explain why there's probably oil jumping past the slinger. So, yeah. I don't know when, but before Riley turns 16, this engine will be coming back out. We'll either be rebuilding it or sticking something else in here. I don't know. Maybe a Subaru conversion. No, that kid don't need that much power. I don't know, we'll figure something out. But for right now, let's see if this helps at all. We're gonna let it sit here and warm up, and then we'll check it again, see if there's any piddle on the ground.
Been sitting here running about 30 minutes. I've been revving the heck out of it. Adjusted the idle down a little bit. Not a drop of oil anywhere. It might have just been worn down slingers on that other crank pulley. So I guess now we roll it out here away from Bullwinkle, which needs to go bye-bye because I'm tired of that thing sitting here. Somebody needs to buy it. But roll this out and then throw some fuel in the pressure washer, and let's give this thing a bath. And that way I can surprise the kiddo when she gets home from school. I'd say she looks a lot better. She has her imperfections, but who doesn't? At some point we'll pull all this apart and do a complete new paint job on it, probably strip it all the way down. It's not a valuable car because it is a Super Beetle. There's not a lot of value in Super Beetles. But the whole point in this car was because my wife's dream car was a Volkswagen Thing, and she had never driven a Volkswagen, so I got her. This one was going to be her learn to drive a Volkswagen car and learn to drive a manual. But unfortunately she didn't get a chance to, because we lost her, I think it was just a few months later. But so the car is now going to go to our daughter. She got her first car when she was, I guess you could say, 6 months old, under sad circumstances. But she loves this car, and I love, I guess, what this car represents, which was my Muppet. So Riley, she comes out here occasionally. I'll catch her. She'll have her hands on it, talking to it. So yeah, it means a lot to her, and that means a lot to me. So, and of course, we got pieces of her mom in here. Her mom's first seat cover she ever bought, and on the mirror right there is her necklace that she used to love. So yeah, we put the only thing we altered was put some kick panels in here with speakers. I need to tack that carpet back up. But I mean, interior wise, it's not bad. Got a amp and sub back there. It's got a little boom boom to it. Needs a new headliner. Needs new door panels, door cards. But yeah, it'll be a good little sidecar for her. I don't think it's going to be her first car. It might be, but I'd rather put her in something like heavy metal, like a big truck, because if she drives anything like me or her mom, people are in trouble. So all right, let me figure out if there's anything else I can do with this. All right, there's not much more I can do with that thing. I'm gonna put insurance back on it and go ahead and get it re-inspected and registered. If I waited till January, inspections in Texas are going away, so there's gonna be a lot less catalytic converters on the road. So I think now I'll give you some updates. I believe in the last video, the plan was Iceman and I were gonna go rescue a old truck. Well, it was a late 70s square body truck, Chevy, and had keys, no title. The people just wanted it gone because it was in the way and on the property they bought. Well, the gentleman, the husband of the wife that called us, decided to go throw a battery in the truck and tinker with it, and it fired up. So now he decided to keep it. So that was a phone call we did not want, because we were gonna fix that square body up, and that was gonna be Iceman's second truck for running around town. So that fell through. And then after that, it's just been a lot of work and a lot of life and everything else going on. We are currently filming, I think, 2 other videos, but we keep running into unfortunate stopping points. One of them is why the seat out of Clyde is sitting here, because we're working on Clyde, so we're shooting that video right now. So that's where we are with that. We have some other projects hopefully in the works. I'm not gonna say too much, because apparently if we talk too much about things, they crash and burn, or people decide to keep them. But we have some other stuff we're trying to make happen. I'm trying to get Bullwinkle sold. I've had it on Marketplace for a couple weeks. I've had a bunch of people pleading with me to give it to them so they could live in it, and I'm like, that's not ready for that. And I don't want somebody just hopping in this thing with no license plates or no insurance, no nothing, and just taking off out somewhere and possibly causing damage or hurting somebody and all of those things. So I'm being very particular about who buys it. I'm gonna make sure that it show up with a temp tag, because that means they're at least insured. Other than that, yeah, we went to the car show, if you saw it on Facebook, and we ended up, there was 125, 130 entries. We ended up getting 5th in show, which was voted on by spectators, so that's awesome. Out of 125, 130 people, Zombug got 5th place, which was pretty cool, because there was a lot of killer vehicles there, but it doesn't matter where I go. If I park that thing next to a Lamborghini, people horde around the Zombug, not the Lamborghini. So yeah, we had fun, and got some footage going across the dam and stuff. It's on our Facebook page. And then, I want to thank everybody for last week on Facebook giving me a happy birthday shout out. I appreciate it. I love you. Thanks for doing that. It's nice to feel loved. What else we got going on? Another something else. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm brain dead right now. I get out here and start doing this stuff, and I realize I haven't been working my muscles as much because I've been doing the sit-down job, not the manual labor job. But yeah, I guess we're gonna start getting ready for Halloween. The little one is dressing up as Wednesday. Got her a cute dress and leggings, and even got her a thing, the hand to sit on her shoulder. Got her the wig, and so she's stoked about that. And since I hear it usually at least once a day from people out in public, I just got a suit, and I'm just gonna go as John Wick. So I'll take it. I could be called worse. I have. But all right, well, I'm sorry for it taking so long. I'm sorry for a short video. I'm sorry it wasn't more entertaining. I was hoping to get the sand seal in there and do that, but at least now I've seen how it's done. I guess if you have I've got 3 or 4 Volkswagen engines in here, so I need to see if it fits on that and just see if there's a difference in the blocks. I don't know. But yeah, my apologies. We're gonna try and get hopefully going more. Hopefully this economy gets turned around more. We can do more stuff. And yeah, because we really miss doing this stuff. And at some point get the Graveyard Princess back in here so she can come help, because she's a better hand than the 7-year-old. But all right, I guess I'm gonna wrap this up, and got to pick up the kid from school here in a little bit. So again, please like, share, subscribe, check out the merch store, and we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Shiny.
Yeah. Like it? Thumbs up.